Bigfoot Collectors Club.
Big Hairy Summer.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Bigfoot Collectors Club, the show where we talk to amazing guests about their personal paranormal history and share stories of high strangeness. I'm your host, Michael McMillan. With me always is your other host,
Bryce Johnson.
and our super producer,
Riley Bray.
Oh, hello, boys.
What's up, dude?
Hello.
How's your big hairy summer going?
It's Harry.
Going- Yeah,
It's good.
Going? Riley,
Real
you
hairy
just
there.
came back. You just came back from a West Coast tour with Tommy.
I did. Yeah, I was at in San Francisco last night playing the Great American Music Hall, which was like a bucket list moment. And we were opening for Katie Tunstall, who is a goddamn national treasure, and
Wow.
was just such a joy to tour with. It's been really excellent. It was a great run.
You were also in Felton, California, which sadly you did not have time to go to the Bigfoot Discovery Museum in Felton.
I was sad. I drove by it and I parked in the parking lot and I was like, am I going to sit here and wait for the Bigfoot Museum to open and potentially
No,
miss
God,
sound
no.
check? And I was like, no,
Yes.
this has gone too far.
We're your priority band. You have to sit in the parking lot. Right.
Your contract does not include roadside Bigfoot museums.
No,
but
no.
You're free and clear.
Maybe we'll
Cross
make
the
a special
line.
trip. Maybe we'll make a special trip. And maybe our fun guest will come with us. This week's fun guest, who we got to
Road
get to. But I want to remind everybody that we will be appearing in Austin, Texas on Sunday, July 9th at 10 a.m. That's right. Wake up with the Bigfoot Collectors Club.
Boy.
On Sunday morning, you're skipping church. I wish we could offer a pancake breakfast, some space pancakes. Maybe we can. We'll find out. But we'll be hanging out at RTX Festival at the Convention Center, putting on a show. You can access that show with a purchase of a festival pass, which you can get at rtxaustin.com. Those tickets are on sale now, and we'll be there all weekend. There's some sort of bat squatch cryptid escape room.
Escape room, yeah.
We're definitely going to check out. Maybe we can get like a Club Scout get together to happen somewhere in that proximity.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, they got a bunch of
Yeah.
other stuff going on. So the folks at Rooster Teeth who are throwing the festival, it's a gaming, animation podcast, and comedy festival. They said that getting a 3-day pass is probably the best way to go. I'm sure they'd want you to get a 3-day pass,
They would
but
say that, huh?
they wouldn't say that, but they would say that. But it sounds like there's some fun stuff going on. So check that out. We also have one more announcement if you missed our live show. And thank you, everybody who came on Saturday, logged on to their computers and watched us do our Clubhouse live stream. We have new merch available in the BCC shop. Our official limited edition Big Hairy Summer Tee is now available. It features a very vibed out Bigfoot chilling in a creek with a gator. It is very stupid and we love it. So head over to store.bigfootcollectorsclub.com to pick that up while supplies last. All right, on to the show. Our guest this week is an actress and Clubhouse all-star. You know her from Children's Hospital. You know her from A Christmas Story Christmas. You know her from a million other things. If you have anything else you want to plug that I forgot because I didn't look at your IMDb page, I'm doing this from memory. Welcome back, our dear, one of our favorites, Clubhouse all-star, Erinn Hayes.
Hi. I gotta remember what I'm in. No thanks. Hi guys.
Hi,
going?
we're so happy you're back. It's been a couple of years.
It's been a while. I'm real happy to be back too.
Well, Erin's back because we are going to be diving back into your L files this week. These are listener stories sent in by you, the Club Scouts, and of course, they're going to involve encounters with hairy cryptids because it's Big Hairy Summer. If you have big hairy monster encounters that you want to share with us, please send those over to BigfootCollectorsClub@gmail.com. Would you? Now, Erinn,
Yes.
we spoke before the show, spoiler
Yes.
alert, and you don't have any spooky story updates to share with us, but I have a question for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
I'm just the person that that always wishes that I had. Like I'm the one that's like looking like every sound. I'm like, is that a thing? Is that a thing? And then
Mhm.
it's not a thing. And then like I hear other people's stories, and I'm like, what? But am I not open enough? Like I'm trying to be open to these things, and they don't. It's not happening. So
That's
yes,
Your
what
fine.
was
time will
your
come.
question? No, thank
Well,
you so much, Bryce.
so as we did not inform you until this started rolling, it's Big Hairy Summer. So
I
we're
just heard
celebrating
that.
65 years since Bigfoot entered the American lexicon back in
Ooh.
1958. Now, you lived for a while in Colorado, Boulder, if I remember correctly. You went to
Yes.
college in Colorado. Now, the Rocky Mountains, that's some Bigfoot territory.
It is, and
Michael,
I just went this in October
oh,
to Leah Fisher, who's come on your
yes,
show.
Yes,
the
She works
cricket
cryptid
catcher.
sometimes.
catcher.
Yes, she works sometimes at the Bigfoot Museum there, and we went and visited her, and I saw their whole exhibit and learned so much.
Okay, well, hold that real quick. I want to clarify that Leah Fisher is not herself the cryptid catcher. She wrote a wonderful book called The Cryptid Catcher. She's been on the show. Plug
Couple
that book. Go
books.
check it out. A
Yeah.
couple books, yeah.
Yeah, 2
Um,
bucks.
well, I was going to say, I wanted to find out two questions. What was Bigfoot buzz like during your college years? Were people talking about Bigfoot or in and around Boulder? And two, what did you learn at the Bigfoot Museum?
Well, everybody in college is always talking about cryptids. Everybody's like, "Did you finish your final? Have you ever seen anything big and hairy?" Everybody's always doing it.
Oh my God.
I mean, sadly, no. Again, I would be incredibly amazed. I would love to hear some chit chat in the mountains about people seeing some Bigfoots.
Was there
But
any Bigfoot ephemera around, like that you can recall, like any Bigfoot themed gas stations or you have
no,
no Bigfoot memories from
I don't know
Colorado?
if it's
I
that
have
big in
none.
Colorado. Yeah,
Sounds like you guys had really different college experiences.
Yeah. I went to
Running with different crowds.
I went to
So I was like
Sasquatch
really
University.
into partying. What were you into, Michael?
Bigfoot.
Nerd
You know-
alert.
Hanging out and reading books of the unexplained.
No, but
Hell yeah.
going to that museum and seeing going through there, seeing all the pictures, all the their whole exhibit, their big their plaster casts of the footprints and interviews. They have it's a pretty great. I forget which town it's in. It's just a little outside of Denver. We probably drove for like 45 minutes.
Let's do a quick Googs and find out.
Yeah, come on.
Denver
What does the Goog
Bigfoot
say?
Museum. Could it have been the Sasquatch Outpost?
It is
Colorado
the Sasquatch
Yeah, I've
Outpost.
stopped at the Sasquatch Outpost before. That's in Bailey, Colorado. It's just
Yes,
off.
it is.
I believe. What is that? The 70
The
going through there?
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. Super tiny town. So, I mean, I have not been like a super deep diver into Bigfoot other than like chatting with you guys and that kind of stuff. So it was very informative.
All right.
Yeah.
Any specific
think-
surprising facts that you remember? Did anything make you go, "Oh, I want to look at this display just a little bit longer"?
I don't know. I bought a hat.
Fair enough.
That counts.
I've been
Tell
wearing
us
my
about
hat
the hat.
everywhere. Yeah.
Did you know there would be a test
I
afterwards?
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't. I
You
mean,
would've prepared.
This is part of the movie where we flash back to that day in the museum, and you realize that I'm the guy behind the counter, and I'm the guy like pumping the gas, and I have like different mustaches on every time. And I'm watching you guys at the Bigfoot Outpost.
Oh my
and
God.
you're like, you
nothing-
didn't
nothing
recognize
at
me
all.
when I showed you that tuna melt at the diner.
Yeah, how was that tuna melt, Erinn?
I was like, what? Duh. No, it was very good though. It was a very interesting experience. And next time, let me know, and I'll take notes and study.
Okay, great.
I mean,
All right.
Now you
Well,
know.
we're going to do something a little untraditional here. Usually we don't do these on L Files episodes, and usually we save them for the end of the first act break. But you know what? I thought I had fun making this list. It's been a while since Erinn has played this game. It's
Ooh.
updated for Big Hairy Summer. So we're going to get acquainted with your feelings about hairy cryptids with a game that we like to call Big Hairy Bullshit.
or believe it.
I'm going to go down
Right. I
a
remember this
list
game.
of
Okay.
phenomenon, rapid
Yeah.
fire style. And if you're open to it, you're going to say believe it. If you're not open to it, you're going to say bullshit. We
Sure.
can circle back after we get to the end of the list. Now, I don't mean to yell at you, but people have been taking liberties lately, so I got to
Please don't. Please stop
All
yelling
right.
at me.
All right.
I
Ready?
don't care for it.
Erinn Hayes.
Yes.
On your
I'm
mark.
so nervous. What?
On your mark.
Yeah.
Get set.
Okay.
Bigfoot is a ghost.
Bullshit.
Bigfoot.
I believe it.
Bigfoot UFOs.
What? But
UFOs
bullshit.
at Bigfoot Drive. Okay, good. Mothman.
Believe it.
Dogman.
Don't know anything about it.
Oh, you're gonna find out.
Believe
It's
it. Why not?
like Bigfoot, but a dog. Bat
Sure.
Squatch. Bat Squatch.
Bat Squatch. Bullshit.
Hairy alien UFO knots. May not be Bigfoot, but they're hairy aliens.
Bullshit. Nobody's ever. Have people said that? Have people really said that? Sorry. It's just rapid fire. All right, then fine. Believe it. People have seen it. Fine. Believe it.
The Beast of Gavaldon. This is a French wolf that terrorized
No,
people
French
back in
people
the
are
1700s.
liars. Bullshit.
Goatman.
Believe it.
Momo, the Bigfoot of Missouri.
What? Just for the name alone. Bullshit.
The Yowie,
Momo.
the Bigfoot of Australia.
Australians? No. Bullshit.
Jersey Devil.
Nar. Jersey? Like New Jersey?
Yeah, in the Pine Barrens, there's a monster that lives out there. It's got wings. It's kind of got a horse's head. It might have the tail of a snake. It's called the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to fuck with New Jerseyans. Believe it.
Mystery big cats. People see big, mysterious cats roaming around North America.
Bullshit. I'm all over the place with this.
Sasquatch.
I'm like just going 50-50. Sasquatch. Isn't that the same as Bigfoot? Believe it.
Yeah.
Bigfoot bodies were recovered after the eruption of Mount St. Helens in the early 80s.
Absolutely. Believe it.
Bigfoot
There's
creatures
hiding.
have penetrated the subterranean infrastructure of Edwards Air Force Base.
Like a Mission Impossible kind of thing?
Yeah, I think we actually talked about that on your first episode, the Desert Bigfoot.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
But
Remember
like
those-
not like we're going to, like, you're in. I'm
Yeah.
in.
They just got it. They
Not
got
like
in.
that,
I don't know
right?
if they were pulling a caper.
Sure, I believe it. I remember that story. I believe that. There was like pictures
You-
of people to.
You, Erinn Hayes, could
Yes.
outsmart a werewolf.
I believe that.
Interdimensional
Is that still a question?
It's a question.
That
Could you do
doesn't
it?
seem like a bullshit or believe it. Interdimensional who?
Sasquatch.
You sure? Yeah, because why can't we find him? Believe it.
Telepathic Sasquatch.
No, bullshit.
Invisible Sasquatch.
Bullshit.
Bigfoot looks blurry in every photo because he is blurry.
Bullshit.
Finally, in our original timeline, the famous bear family's last name was spelled Berenstein, not Berenstain.
Yeah, no, I believe that 100% because what happened?
Mm-hmm.
They were the
Mhm.
Berenstein Bears.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
what
it.
That's how I
it
knew 'em.
was. I knew how to read. We all knew
Yeah.
how to read.
Yeah.
Were we reading that closely, though? Were we?
And how do we
Yeah.
all? I guess not. And then the sunglasses, like what? It was that episode of that show, right? And we were all like, "What?"
The sunglasses.
Sunglasses on the sun on the Raisin Bran,
Oh.
right?
Oh. There was
Yeah.
never sunglasses. Or were there?
Well, I remember
Or were there?
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Or were there? because they're
Or
interdimensional.
interdimensional sunglasses.
Interdimensional sunglasses.
Believe it.
Yeah.
Believe it.
That's
Yeah.
why we can't find him. All right, well done, Erinn.
That was a real mishmash of belief there.
It was fun. It was really fun. What do you have against French people?
I just think they made it up.
Okay.
I think they wanted to be part of this whole thing.
Just
It's
to be
too,
included.
Yeah, I feel like our country is so big that I'm like, yeah, sure. There's places. But France? That's not that big.
No. Not big
And
enough
then
for a big wolf.
Not big enough for. I feel like I heard something about that maybe with you guys before. That story.
Maybe.
This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh.
Hello, Fresh. This summer,
Hello, Fresh.
HelloFresh is here to take the work out of eating well. Reach your goals with delicious calorie smart and protein smart lunch and dinner options, plus new vegan recipes too.
Oh, I know you boys will appreciate that.
Yeah, the whole family will. Get farm to table quality with every HelloFresh box. HelloFresh's seasonal ingredients are picked at peak ripeness and travel from the farm to your doorstep in less than 7 days for a fresh flavor in every bite.
HelloFresh delivers mouth-watering, chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to your door so you can spend your summer doing, well, I'll tell you what I'll be doing some big hairy research on these furry cryptids. That's what I'm doing. You guys can do whatever you want.
And when you're researching HelloFresh Market has new snacks, meals, and more to add to your weekly order, like their fun s'mores bundle for the kids or, adults.
For the kids. Yeah, exactly. Or very, adults that like to...
Children at heart.
Yeah, like stay up late and watch fun movies and snack on things like s'mores.
Right.
I have to say, my girlfriend and I, honestly, we make HelloFresh 3 or 4 times a week. It's such an easy thing for dinner. We don't have to order food in and spend too much money. They're very healthy. We do a lot of the vegetarian options. I'm proud to say that I've been eating less meat while eating HelloFresh. So, I said I've been sort of trying to go a little bit in that direction at least. And also it's kind of like having a little date night. It brings us together. So I truly appreciate that.
No doubt about it, man. I love it. Makes it easy. Makes it fun. Go to HelloFresh.com/BCC16 and use code BCC16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping.
That's HelloFresh.com/BCC16 and use code BCC16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping.
HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Well, Erinn, we're going to get into answering your question about Dogman and some sightings that have come up over the past, I don't know, this could be decades, honestly. Riley, let's dig into some listener emails. This actually isn't so much a L file as much as it is just a listener email. This is a fun link, perfect for Big Hairy Summer, sent to us by our dear Club Scout, Rachel Bussard.
Legendary Club Scout Rachel Bussard writes, Dogman sightings in North America, Google Map. That's the subject. Have you seen this map? I love a good data visualization. Same. I have no idea who made it. It isn't credited to a user. And if you click on the pins, there is a description of each sighting. The unfortunate thing is that there aren't any citations, so who the hell knows where the original accounts were found. And then there's a link.
Yeah, so everybody, Erinn, I put this in the chat. Click on this link. It's going to take you to a map of the United States and Canada.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some points on the map where alleged Dogman sightings have taken place.
I don't think it's in the chat anymore because we had to restart.
Oh, that's probably true. Riley, can you put it in the chat for Erinn, please?
You know I can.
Now, I
this
thought
could
what
replace
we would...
the Lamborghini poster in kids' rooms these days.
You're back in the college dorm there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of spots on this map.
So I figured what we might do is maybe, well, Erinn, let's have you do the honors. If you want to pick a spot on the map, and then Bryce and Riley, we may look. Some of these accounts are kind of long, so we'll play it by ear. But
there's
why don't
so many.
Why don't you pick a point on the map? Tell us why you're picking that point on the map, and then let's see what the Dogman sighting there is all about.
Okay, well, I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to go, because this is where I'm from, I'm going to go to Northern California.
Love
I
it.
would like to go to
Nice.
San Mateo County in Northern California.
Okay, great. Now, I will say to the listeners, I've included this link in the show notes. So if you're driving a car at high speeds, pull up the link right now and zoom in so you can check this out. All right,
Really pay attention to the map. Yeah.
Bryce, why don't you do the honors here? Why don't you read? Did you find this one, Bryce? It's right under San
Yeah,
Francisco.
is this below San Francisco, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
San
just
Mateo
below San
County.
Francisco.
Why don't you read this encounter that took place?
Let's do it. Here we go. On August 27th, 2016, my 10-year-old grandson was sitting in a car at a restaurant parking lot waiting for his paternal grandmother. Across the street from him on a sidewalk, he noticed a large creature, which I determined to be 7 to 8 feet tall. From talking with him, it was walking on 2 legs towards a wooded area at the end of a sidewalk and disappeared into some brush. The creature did not appear concerned about my grandson, as it was in no hurry. When I asked him about what he had seen, he described a classic canine-type dogman with red eyes. His distance from creature was approximately 30 feet. Daly City is semi-rural with many pockets of woodlands and some tracts of forest. The area where he saw the creature has paved roads and sidewalks ringed with areas of trees. Wow,
All
there's
right.
a little map in there. San Mateo County, red-eyed dogman.
What do you think about that? Now, does this description of this area ring a bell for you, Erinn? Have you been
Well,
to
I mean,
this
I'm from just north of San
parking lot?
Francisco, but I have definitely been, I mean, all those areas down there, it's very hilly and there are lots of, trees and things like that. So,
Not far from
sure. I don't
Felton.
love that this is just a story from a 10-year-old,
Yeah,
Right.
who
you
was
know? I mean,
made to sit
like,
Right.
in a parking lot waiting for his
although,
grandmother. This kid's angry.
also, in 2016, I don't know that you were supposed to leave, like, I don't think you're supposed to leave kids in cars.
Yeah, just crack a window. They're fine.
It'd be
They're
fine.
fine. They're
Yeah.
fine. And it's
Well, you
like,
heard it from Erinn Hayes. Perfect place for a dogman. San Mateo.
perfect place.
That's
I
the
do
And
know.
to leave your children alone in a car to get
Yeah,
mad at you, to
it's
be
a
like,
hot
yeah,
August afternoon, and my parents make me wait in a car for my grandmother who's running late. And I also kind of like that that the paternal, I like that it's one grandmother or like blaming the other grandmother. If you got this, my 10-year-old grandson was sitting in a car at a restaurant parking lot waiting for his paternal grandmother. So clearly this is one grandma dissing another grandma for
Yeah,
running
got
late.
it. Yeah.
yeah. And she was probably like, that's not safe. He was like, yeah, it's not, because you know what I saw?
Yeah.
Fucking dogman, grandma.
7
Fucking
to 8
dogman.
feet tall dog man with glowing red eyes. Oh my God. I've got to get this onto the internet.
Asphyxiation on the inside of the car.
Yeah.
Dogman on the outside of the car. This kid
Yeah.
is
Danger
someone
all
that's called
around.
social services.
She is
God.
like, I told Carol she should not leave that child alone.
You know what's interesting about this map is you do see a lot of the clustering around Michigan and that's the Great Lakes area, which is sort of where the Dogman legend originally sprang from. So there, I like this map. I
All
might
right.
do some.
Bryce, why don't you
some
pull?
perusing.
Why don't you pull another case from someplace that area? What are you looking at?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump right into a Michigan one if we can. Okay, here's one. I'm gonna just click this guy. Okay, this
What
is
city are you
Saginaw
nearby?
County. I'm
I
in
see it.
Michigan at in the
Yeah.
middle one, Saginaw County.
North of Ann Arbor. If you go straight up from
Okay.
Ann Arbor, you'll see it.
Oh, the
Sure.
2009.
Geography.
Yes.
That's
here.
it. That's
Okay.
it exactly. Here we
Uh,
go.
Aaron, why don't you read this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
So this is Michigan, Saginaw County, 2009. I was arriving home to my apartment at 11:45 p.m. when I felt a presence by the wood line. I saw something looking at me, and then finally I saw these 2 eyes. It seemed like it was stalking me. I could only see eyes in the shape of its head. I really couldn't see its body, but instantly I felt fear and went inside my apartment. When I went inside, I started looking through the blinds just a little bit. I didn't want to move the blinds that much because I knew he knew where I was. So I
Oh,
didn't
shit.
want to move the window blinds. Then I saw it heading my way. The beast this beast looked like a bodybuilder with a wolf or dog-like head.
Hot.
Because of its silhouette, this thing must have been 7 to 8 feet tall. It stopped just for a second right in front of my window, then it left. I have never feared for my life like I did that night.
This
Damn.
is hot. Dogman's hot. I didn't even
Yeah,
ever think
Dogman's
about it
like
before.
buff.
Yeah, eating those magic spoon, getting those gains. Love it.
Great sponsor drop. Nice work. Bro.
Yeah, there we go. That's creepy that it looks comes up right up to the window. Like, I see you looking at me. I look at you. And then just, that's a little creepy, man.
But they didn't say it came right up to the window, right? That's the one, like, I feel like there would have been more description.
Yeah, it seemed like it just sort of walked by.
No,
It
it said
stopped just
right
for a
in front-
second right in front of my window.
But maybe
Then why
not
didn't we
close
get
to the window. Maybe not close to the window. Like right within eye line
Like
of
a
the window.
Hmm.
Hot stalker Dogman. This guy's bad
Ripped.
news. This is you know what? This is the basis for a Colleen Hoover book. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Or
Have
a
we
good
had
mascot
any-
for like a tank top skate company, you know?
Yeah, or both.
Yes. Have there been any like Dogman encounters where, like, if this Dogman seems like he's got nefarious things on the mind?
Yeah, he's bad.
Like, have there been like I got attacked by a Dogman stories? I'm coming in blind, guys.
No, I have a story, and it's never been told. But so this lady I know who I was working with,
What? Really?
yeah, no, seriously. So she sort of works in the documentary field, and she was working on sort of a Dogman story. She told me of a camper that she interviewed who was canoeing down a lake somewhere. I forget the exact location, but as he goes by, he saw these two people camping, and he saw this creature in the wood line. And I'm not kidding. She told me that this witness said that this creature came to their campsite, ripped him apart, and he saw this whole thing as he's like canoeing down this river. This guy was traumatized.
Wait,
Had to go
ripped
to-
who apart?
These two campers, their
What?
tent was set. Yes,
What?
just
Two dead campers?
dead. Yes, ripped them apart, shredded them, and he said he saw this whole thing as he's going down this river. Had to go to therapy and the whole nine. Anyway, she had documentation on it. She was really excited to show me. I was like, that sounds fucking horrendous.
What kind of
Did she
documentation?
find the like missing campers? Like, did she identify who they would have been?
I don't know. It was such a story in passing, but the way that she was relaying it to me is as
Such
she
a
was
story in passing.
Yeah, but she was gathering stories about Dogman because she was going to present something, and this was just one that she had under her hat.
Anyway, I have a
crazy.
ton of evidence. Bye. She
Bye.
drives off.
Well,
Wait.
I gotta go.
Yeah, totally. But
You look
but
over.
yeah,
There's
no,
a kid waiting for his grandmother in the car
my
right
God.
next to you.
It's true.
Carol?
To Erin's point, I think a lot more of these Dogman stories come with sort of I don't know, some violence. Yeah.
Are we?
fear and
I will also
Sure.
posit this. Is this someone's bad attempt at an alibi for murdering two campers on his canoe trip?
No,
I don't even have it. I
don't
just
know.
kept canoeing.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
was
crazy.
bad.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, we're going on a canoe trip up in British Columbia at the end of the summer. And did I just zoom in to see if there was any Dogman stories there?
Oh,
Yes, I
is
did.
there?
Yeah, you
British
Oh.
Columbia, we're safe.
Okay, so far so good.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Seattle is the closest. I like
Yeah.
the idea of a grunge Dogman.
Ooh, yeah.
All
There is a
right. Well,
couple in
we're gonna
Canada. Yeah.
we're gonna close up the Dogman map for now, but I think we might revisit this a few times this summer and just check in, see what's happening with Dogman across the country.
Yeah.
What do you guys say?
I love how I casually drop hearsay Dogman murder stories.
Yeah.
Like,
Just sort of just
as
like
if it was
in
left
nothing.
it there.
passing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Let's
know what
pretend
I
that
heard,
didn't
Erinn
happen.
Hayes.
Yeah, she told me.
Yes.
We buried the lead that two campers were apparently ripped to shreds. That's not a Dogman
like,
story.
Bryce, as involved as you are in this whole world, you were like, okay, I don't need to hear more.
Yeah.
I'm good. I gotta
believe
go.
you.
So my groceries are getting warm. I gotta go.
I think my exact words were, "Well, that's good enough for me."
You're so all in. You don't need to hear any specifics.
Believe it.
Sort of like this anonymous, unsighted map of Dogman
Yeah.
sightings.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's anonymous.
Yep. They're all true.
Right.
Greetings, Bryce's weird listeners. Uncle Dickie here letting you know that this newfangled radio program,
Podcast.
whatever, shh, the episode of whatever is brought to you by Manscaped.
That's right. It's Big Hairy Summer here at BCC, and we're letting you know.
Yeah, forget Big Heavy Summer. Get into smooth sack summer, huh? When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you scaped from pubes to bum. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. They are the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, and they and yours truly want to make sure that you all have a ball. This summer, have a ball by giving your pants partners everything they need to stay fresh.
Pants partners?
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. Dive headfirst into smooth sack summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with our code BCC.
Look, we've all been there before, okay? You try to trim things down there, you get a little lost, you get a little confused, sometimes you get a little ashamed. I mean, have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, tucking your boys back and trying to reach those hard to get to places? It's not necessarily flattering, and I'm thankful that
God,
Manscaped...
what is this guy talking about? Speak for yourself. It looks like I was sculpted by Michelangelo, but with extra perfection down there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. That's enough, Uncle Ticket. I'm just saying
the
it's
guy
easy.
was an artist.
Okay, it's just easy to slip and make a mistake and cut yourself. And you don't want that, especially during the summer when you're trying to look your finest.
Yeah, and thankfully the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to prepare that summer bod. They have built the ultimate grooming bundle for your summer grooming.
Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. I love that 4000K LED spotlight, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's going to come in handy for you. Look, excuse me, but don't forget to mention that this trimmer is waterproof, and you all know I do my best work when I'm wet. Beach, hot tub, or bathhouse, this razor will devour even the strongest pubes.
A bathhouse?
Yeah, live a little, Bryce's weird friend. Jeez.
Oh, Manscaped has the whole package, much like Uncle Dickie, like the Ball Preserver crop deodorant with a soothing aloe formula. It's the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and this clear drying formula will keep looking good while smelling good.
Or the Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. It's definitely a necessity when you're wearing your sandals this summer.
Yeah, the Manscaped Performance 4.0 package, you'll be looking your best at this summer barbecue.
Barbecue? Nah, I'm headed straight to Hedonism 3.
Oh, no, that no longer exists.
What? Oh, you're kidding me.
Anyway.
Oh, you're kidding
Sorry,
me.
Uncle Dickie.
Manscaped has a great... All right. Are you done, Uncle Dickie?
Yeah, you get rid of the best stuff all the time.
Anyway, Manscaped has a great offer for each and every one of our Club Scouts. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BCC at manscaped.com.
Hey, let me ask you weirdos, who's your all-time favorite pants partners? I'm going to go first. Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher.
Wow. Remember, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BCC at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code BCC at manscaped.com.
Hey, it's a smooth sack summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind. Am I right?
Why couldn't you stay dead? All right. Well, let's get into this batch of L files that we have here. Now, I put out a call for some big, hairy monster stories, and you guys answered. Definitely want to get some more. So, again, if you have some encounter stories or your grandpa has some encounter stories with Bigfoot from his old hunting trips, then please write to us at BigfootCollectorsClub at gmail.com. bigfootcollectorsclub.com and mark them Big Hairy Monster in the subject line. Okay, here we go. Hey guys, my name is Jacob, and I'm a longtime listener, first-time writer. I have 2 stories, one from something I experienced, and then one from my older brother. My brother's story is first, and to preface this, he had an entirely separate childhood from mine, being 17 years my senior. So, here it is. My brother and his best friend decided to go on a week-long hiking trip 6 miles deep into the Eagle Cap Wilderness in Oregon one summer when they were 16. They didn't bring a tent and were going to sleep on a tarp in their sleeping bags. They bedded down for the night next to a tree line and went to sleep. Around 2 or 3 a.m. that night, my brother woke up and looked up into the trees to see a face. He described the face as almost a human face, but with hair all over and haunting eyes. Even though he woke up, Even though he woke up, he was extremely tired and tried to stay awake to look at the face. He ended up falling asleep. The next, gotta stay awake, gotta stare at this face staring back at me.
Yeah, dude.
The next morning, he woke up and his sleeping bag with him inside had been dragged 50 feet or so from where he was sleeping, deep into the tree line. He asked his friend that he was with if he was trying to play a joke on him, and the friend acted as if my brother was the one playing the joke. My brother spent the next night looking at the same spot he saw the face, thinking maybe that he had made it out of the shadows and sticks, but the face wasn't there. The next story is mine, and I was fighting with myself sharing it because it still makes me uncomfortable to this day. Me and 4 of my friends went out walking in the woods one night for fun during a family camping trip. I was about 12 or 13, and the same for everyone else. The 5 of us were walking, and the person behind me was wearing a black flat bill hat and a black hoodie. About 45 minutes we were walking in the woods, and none of us had flashlights, and we were using the moonlight to light our way. We made this guy's family, they don't like to bring a ton of equipment with them when they go out into the wilderness.
No, ultralight.
We made it about 200 yards from camp before I turned around to see the person following me had disappeared. I turned back to ask my friends where he went, thinking it was another one of our friends, and they all turned in confusion. And after we spent about 5 minutes or so trying to figure out who it was, we came to the conclusion that it was someone we didn't know. I know I'm not crazy because we all saw him and all had the same description of him, but none of us has seen his face, and since his hands were in his pockets, no skin was showing. We all still remember, and I don't go walking in the woods at night without a flashlight anymore.
Weird.
Please release more shirts. We need merch. Love the show, and thanks for hearing me out. Jacob from Oregon. Well, your wish came true. You got your shirts. So first story.
Wait,
creepy
they
face
were hiking in the woods with no flashlight, and there's like somebody they don't know hiking with them
in the group with them, and they all thought it was somebody that they knew. I guess I don't know. Like, let's see. 5 of us were walking, and the person behind me. So there was a person behind them wearing a black flat bill hat and a black hoodie. This might be the guy who murdered those 2 campers and blamed it on Dogman. That's what I'm thinking.
It's a canoer.
There's a connection there.
That's
so
creepy.
Possible ghost of some kind in the woods, and then we have a possible Bigfoot hanging out in a tree who then dragged this individual Jacob through, or his brother, 50 feet in his sleeping bag. Now, Bigfoot dragging people around sleeping bags. We've heard that before.
Yep.
The most unbelievable part of that story is that after that happened, he follows up with the next night. Is like if I am dragged out of my tent 50 feet and just wake up somewhere, I'm not just going to be like, maybe one more night here would be nice.
You're
it's time to move on.
We're going home, and we're going home now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is this making you rethink your family camping trip, Erinn?
Well, I'm going to need to see the map again. I need to see all the maps.
Check the map.
I'm just going to need to see all the maps. And then once I consult all the maps and all the anonymous stories, then, then
What's your take on this, Erinn? The face, the mysterious ghost hiker. What do you think?
I mean, it's just strange. Like if you were with a group of your friends, you would know what they were wearing that night, you know? And then like everybody thought it was somebody different. Like it would I'm already freaked out. Like I'm not going hiking alone at night, especially without a flashlight. Who are these people? Was this a
Right.
dare? What were they
These are
doing?
just kids having fun. I mean, I guess I could see like, okay, everyone's piling in a group. If you're walking down a trail and it's dark out, you assume, okay, one of us is behind me and
Yeah.
another a few. You know what
You
I
don't
mean?
know
Like
who's ahead, who's behind.
it
Sure.
happened to Kevin McAllister, Aaron. All right. Sometimes your head count gets confusing, and then next thing you know,
The
you're
pizza guy
defending
is there, you know?
you're
It
defending your
happens.
family's home from the wet bandits. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Good point.
So these
I mean, I'm
mistakes
not
do
going to
happen.
discount it because who was that guy?
Creepy. They all
But
saw him.
but I agree with you. Like, what? How much shit must his friends have given him? Like, no, we're not going home. Like, he's like, it was dragged. It
Yeah.
was dragged 50 feet. Like,
Physically dragged by
God.
something.
Yeah.
Such a baby.
Dylan, you're such a drama. So much drama.
I think both of you boys, Jacob, you and your brother, stay out of the woods. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
City hobbies.
Aaron, what do you have for us?
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
Let me pull
sorry.
mine up.
I did jump
It's
on you
okay.
real
I
quick.
didn't,
Now, Aaron, I sent
Okay.
you an L file from a listener. What do you got?
Okay, it says, "Hey BCC crew, my name's Maxine, relatively new listener who's been playing catch up with all your episodes. Good work, Maxine. You mentioned wanting more listener stories, so figured it would only be appropriate to send in my first and hopefully not last Bigfoot encounter.
Oh.
I live in a pretty small, forested area in rural New England. It's the type of town where there's more farm animals than people, and my nearest neighbor at the time was on the other side of a couple acres of forest in my backyard. This was way back when I was in elementary school, and there was another kid my age living in that house. We'd often go back and forth through the woods to hang out at each other's houses, either to play GameCube or just goof off outside. After a while of this, coyote sightings became more frequent in the area, and it made our parents nervous. They worked together to clear a walking trail through the forest, hoping that a path more clearly used by humans would encourage animals to stay away. Looking back, I'm not sure if that would even work, but appreciate the effort either way. Sure. One winter, I was alone in my backyard playing in the snow, waiting for my parents to get home from work. All I remember at first was this awful feeling of something watching me. Not an unfamiliar feeling in such a rural area, but always unsettling. Why is that not unfamiliar? Oh,
Wow.
Maxine. I'm so sad for your childhood. My eyes were drawn to movement on the walking trail, and I saw a bipedal figure standing at the entrance to the trail just a couple 100 feet away, as if it had stepped out of the tree line. My first thought was that maybe one of my neighbor's parents had decided to walk over for a visit, but it was instantly dismissed due to the size of this creature. I was an elementary schooler and not very good at estimating size, but I could recall thinking it was bigger than any human I've ever seen. It had shaggy, dark gray fur covering its body, clumps of ice and snow still sticking to it.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, it was facing my direction, clearly aware that I was there. The creature moved as if to take another step out of the tree line, and that's when it really clicked that something wasn't right. I screamed, likely scaring the both of us, and ran back into the house as quickly as I could. By the time I was safely inside and peeking out of the curtains into my backyard, it was gone. I wasn't familiar with stories and legends about Bigfoot until later in life, and so never really had the right name to describe what I saw. Telling people I saw a big hairy thing in the woods never got much of a reaction. And so for a while, I just assumed everyone knew about the weird creature in the woods. This is getting long. No, Maxine. So I'll cut myself off here, but I'd love to send more stories for you guys. She's catching up on BCC. And then she says, I'll type up the more recent story of when a workplace ghost attacked me.
Okay.
Yes, please. Or the time what I believe to be a spirit guide saved my life. Thanks for the great
Okay,
show. Can't wait to
Maxine.
hear more. Bring it on, Maxine.
Yeah,
Wow.
love that. Wow.
And
What are
Maxine,
you
for the
guys'
record,
thoughts?
GameCube playing in the snow. I think you had a great childhood. This sounds like nothing
Yeah,
but
I just
fun.
don't understand why she was always being watched.
I know, that's spooky. Well, maybe we know why. I'll say the detail that really jumps out in this story for me, if a little kid was seeing something or making something up, the ice that is like attached to the fur is such a nice little detail that like
Yeah.
I feel like a kid wouldn't necessarily think of if they were seeing something or making something up. We're not accusing you that, of course, Maxine, but it's those kind of little details that really help sell these kind of stories for me. Now, was this some sort of weirdo living out in the woods who had a big, some sort of fur on? Maybe, but I don't know. 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah, I like the dark gray fur covering too. That's
Yeah.
we don't hear too many of those, like white-haired or gray-haired Bigfoot, but those stories are out there. That's interesting.
Nor a
And she
ton of New
wasn't
England
saying,
Bigfoot.
Yeah,
yeah. Also, she wasn't saying like everybody, I saw a monster, I saw a monster, I saw a monster. She was like, I saw this big, huge thing. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't until later that she was like, oh, not everybody knows what that is.
right.
That's
Yeah.
like a thing where if you're going to be a kid and making up a story, you are going to make sure that people know that you saw a monster.
Right.
Even if you didn't know
That's a
that
good
it was
point.
Bigfoot. She's like, I didn't really realize until I was older that that might have been what it was.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's got to
an
be
excellent-
pretty traumatizing. You know what I mean? I mean, we talk a big Bigfoot game here on the BCC, but I've never seen one step out onto my path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be pretty hair raising. That's for damn sure.
That's right. Well, Maxine, thank you. That's exactly the type of story that I want to
Perfect
hear.
story.
Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
Big
getting a
hairy
little
summer.
for Cliff.
Also,
it's not-
what is a workplace ghost?
Yeah, I'm hung up on
Yeah.
that too. I need to know more about the ghosts in
get
the
back to us.
workplace. Yeah, please set that one on
There's
over.
just a ghost who steals the snacks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wrote my name on it.
Sorry, I'm podcasting in the cat room and my allergies are kicking in. I apologize,
Oh boy,
everybody.
you're doing great.
The workplace ghost in my podcast room is trying to choke me.
Oh my God.
Bigfoot Collectors Club is brought to you by Dave. Who's Dave? No, what's Dave? Well, Dave is the banking app that could help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. With Dave, there's no interest, no late fees, or credit check. That's more money to fill your tank, finally get your car repaired, or catch up on bills without having to wait for your next paycheck. You know what? If you're living paycheck to paycheck or struggling to make ends meet, it can be pretty freaking stressful. With Dave, you can get your money sooner and take a little edge off that anxiety about how much money you have left to get through the week. Listen, we've all been there. You have an unexpected medical expense or you get into a fender bender, but you don't have the money to pay for it immediately. Now, Dave can help you get out of a pinch when you really need it. And listen, this is Michael here, all right? I'm a working class actor. That means it's feast or famine, baby. There have definitely been times when I have watched my checking account start to go down with not a lot of income coming into it. And that is not a fun place to be. And in those moments, I wish I had had an option like Dave to help me out. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and need some extra help, download Dave and think of it as a helping hand for future you. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now or go to dave.com/BCC. That's dave.com/BCC. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Okay, Bryce, why don't we dive into this file, which is a follow-up from a
Great.
listener who had picked up some possible Bigfoot vocals and wrote into the show not too long ago.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's jump right in. Here we go. Hey, Bryce, Michael, and Riley, it's Morgan with an update on the possible Bigfoot vocals in and around a town in the southern San Jacinto Mountains. My wife and I planned another trip to the same cabin the week of the 4th of July holiday. Not cheap. What a great time to go to this awesome little town. No tourist crowds, no PCT hikers, and most of the residents were somewhere else for the 4th of July holiday. I had purchased some new gear for capturing audio, better binoculars, and a spotting scope, and also traded in my 2019 Ford F-150 for a more off-road capable Ford Bronco. Okay, there you go.
Badass.
My audio recording setup in a Tascam DR-07X with directional dual mics and a fuzzy windscreen to help block wind noise.
This is for Riley, clearly.
I'm loving it. Keep it coming.
This recorder runs off of 4 AA batteries, but I can also connect it to a rechargeable power bank so it can go all night without the batteries dying. The recorder also can be attached to a tripod, which is nice for placement. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I've gone all in on this. I set the audio recorder up every night at 9 p.m. and then let it record throughout the night until 7 to 9 a.m. Whenever we wake up. We caught some
night long they're recording, basically.
All night long they're recording, that's right. We caught some pretty amazing stuff. The first night after we set the recorder up, my wife and I were enjoying a few beers and relaxing with the fireplace going. We heard something strange, what I can only describe as howls or moans. I called it spook house noises, like an old haunted house noises, lots of oohs and ahs type stuff. Really creepy, to the point that you can hear me open the door to get a better listen. It was that loud. This is the first audio file I've enclosed. We've explored the local area on and off trails and found an abundant amount of food sources, including small and large game, wild apple trees, and one of the largest wild berry bush tracks I've ever seen.
Bigfoot loves berries, and he loves apples.
Bigfoot loves those apples and berries. We also went back to the cabin for a third time during the Thanksgiving holiday. We cooked an amazing Thanksgiving dinner and all was quiet. I found a lot of strange vocals, yells, howls, and bizarre quote-unquote talking. Almost sounds like it's backwards. Really, really strange stuff. I've been learning about and doing spectrogram analysis on all the recordings. I have been in contact with a gentleman who is a bioacoustic specialist with a large Bigfoot group. Not sure if I should give out the names. And they're very interested in the area and the recordings. I've sent the original raw files to them for further analysis. He's also shared with me that in 2011 in Washington State, he captured an almost identical vocal of the quote-unquote spook house I captured, and some biologists said it could be wolves, but we're not 100% sure. He believes that by hearing my recording, it is not wolves, because there's no wolves in the San Jacinto Mountains where Idlewild is located. This blew my mind. We were planning on going back this year in late July or mid-August when the wild berries and wild apples along the valley are fully ripe to see if the activities ramp up because of all the food. The way we've covered most of the seasons, and I believe after the research I've been doing, we will see a trend of activity escalating up from early spring through summer and then tapering off in the fall as these animals follow the natural food sources and weather patterns. Sorry this email's long and rambling, but it could have been several pages of what we are experiencing at the cabin. Remember guys, this is just a small amount of the audio captured. ! I have 50 hours of audio I recorded and I'm slowly going over it. Let me know if the audio and picture files were good and you can see and hear them. Thanks, Morgan Copeland, Morg13 on the BCC Discord.
All right, Morgan. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to actually listen to some of these. Now, I haven't listened to any of these. Riley, did you preview any of these to see if they play? I don't know how long they are, so we'll check them out.
This is exciting.
And the photos you sent, Morgan, I might put a couple of those up on the Instagram post for this episode. So, Bryce, walk us through what audio clips we're going to hear here.
Yeah, great. So this first audio clip is going to be what he referred to as the quote-unquote spook house howls. Oh, yeah.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that part.
Yeah, well, considering there's no wolves there, that's pretty. I guess coyotes.
Some of
maybe,
that
but...
sounds like coyotes. But the
Yeah,
I mean,
I heard that
that
too,
would
yeah.
be pretty spooky to be sitting there
That's creepy.
listening to
Very
that.
creepy.
Very
So you guys
creepy.
don't call them coyotes?
Coyotes?
Are
No,
those
man, we
different
call them
than
coyotes. Man,
Is that
Oh,
Los
get it,
Angeles?
Here in Los Angeles, we got a bunch of them old coyotes.
We got them little cows.
that's just a couple coyotes having a good old time.
I couldn't let it go.
That's
Both of you
those
guys are like,
coyotes
that
hanging
does
down at
sound
the
like
berry
coyotes.
patch. I guess I'd say
Oh,
coyotes.
There's
boy.
yeah,
'cause
the
of
like kind
where
of
I
like
come from.
warbling quality of like the
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
like
Let me tell you, for those BCC listeners out there, there's nothing more fun than going into the woods with a good microphone and some night vision goggles. That, I mean, you're just begging for a good time at that point. We got to get back out there, boys. Anyway, let's jump into this second audio clip, which is supposedly coyotes going crazy. But then you hear howls, Aaron. Then you hear howls that are not dogs or coyotes.
All right, cool. So this is 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to kind of do a greatest hits.
you
as
can
we
call them
go
coyotes
through.
if you
Okay.
want to. I'll let it go.
I
Feels
never realized
folksy.
that. I mean, I have called them coyotes for the record, but I didn't realize. And now I'm questioning: do we say coyotes in Kansas? Listeners, let me know.
All right, well, here come the coyotes.
Those are coyotes.
Oh yeah, it's like Big Thunder Railroad.
What if this was all taken at Disneyland?
This is the area where they say there are no coyotes,
No wolves.
no wolves.
Oh, I hear that.
Kind of like a low groan in there. So
Yeah, I heard
Skip a little-
interesting howl.
I'm going to jump
yeah.
to another
Yeah,
spot
skip.
where that comes
Jump
back
ahead
in.
a little bit.
I heard what I would describe as like a rooster dog man.
I mean, I think that sounds like an engine
Wow.
revving to me, though. To
Well, I
my
also
ear.
heard a-
Engine, but then there was something.
When you first started playing that clip,
That's a dog.
That's
Yeah.
a dog.
Let's see what else we
We're all agreed on that. Yep.
Agree to agree.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's some
Okay.
weird stuff in there.
Both
Okay.
of those recordings, I will say this: I would not want to be outside listening to all that.
No, not a
That's
nice
the
vibe.
like.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe Riley too. You can clean up a little bit of this.
Oh, homework.
Possible
Good.
for the-
Okay.
yeah. For the listeners.
Aaron, would you?
Awesome. I would
Aaron,
love to do
I know
that.
you're busy. Would you be willing to go through Morgue 13's 50+ hours?
Yeah.
Just on
Check
your,
these
on,
out.
Oh
on
my
your
gosh!
downtime?
Please.
Strange Howl at 1 a.m. is the last one. Do we have that?
Let's hit it. Let's see what are we dealing with here. About a minute.
Morgan's putting in the time here. I think we
I
need
know.
to.
We'll give Morgan the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You're just like
Listen.
50 hours. You're right.
Oh, I don't like that.
Mm.
You guys want to hear that howl again?
Super creepy. Yeah.
That's a good
man.
howl.
I like that,
That was
howl.
creepy. That sounds very witchy. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
That one
w-
gives me
Witch
the
of
shivers.
Woods. You know, one thing that microphones and recordings are great at catching at it in the world of the paranormal are EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena. You know, I don't know if there's a lot of like outdoors or forest EVP, but what a great experiment. Well, something you could do is, instead of just leaving your microphone out, is go out there and start treating it like asking questions and then waiting for a response and listening
Ooh.
back through your tape recordings. I don't know, you might be able to capture some interesting phenomena. But yeah, those are some definitely creepy sounds. Reminds me of when me, Michael, and Riley did our Bigfoot hunt. Oh God, we had a fun time. And then Michael and Riley had to say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times, and then get our audio recordings taken by a goblin. So there
Yeah.
was that
Well,
time.
true story, Aaron. A goblin stole our recordings of our Bigfoot hunt.
Yeah.
'Cause
They are such little boogers.
They
They
really
really
are.
are. You can't leave your audio
Yes.
recorder in the car
No,
because they'll
you
break your
can't do
window
it.
and take it.
That's true.
Oh,
Well, thank you, Morgan.
goblins.
And Aaron, what do you think about all this stuff? Staying out, vocalizations. Ooh, are you
I
going
am
to bring a
never
tape
gonna go.
recording? Tape
I am
recorder?
never gonna go sit in the woods by myself at night
No.
to get these things, but I sure do love listening to them.
Yeah.
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 I'll
Fair
sit in
enough.
my living room and listen to them with you guys.
Great. Great.
Well, we thank you, Morgan, for the getting the gear together,
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah,
methodology.
you're out there
It's,
doing the work, man.
Yeah, you're doing the
Appreciate
work,
that.
so
Fine.
that we
You
can
know what?
be in our living rooms.
If you find it, send it over. We love our Club Scout reporters, so send that
Mhm.
stuff in. Erinn Hayes, thank you so much for joining us for this month's batch of Big Hairy L Files. We
Oh my
truly
gosh.
appreciate you. You are a Club Scout All-Star. You are welcome back here anytime.
Anytime.
Do you
Thanks,
have
guys.
anything you'd like to plug before you go?
I know I
Anything
did
fun?
something.
You did? Great. Something
I know I did something recently. My brain is so mush. I got nothing. I got nothing, guys. Hey, send out a good thought my way.
I'll say,
Hey,
let's
thanks,
plug Leah Fisher's books again.
Yeah,
The
Cryptid Keeper and Cryptid Catcher.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They're middle reader books, perfect for like the 8 to 12 year olds in your life. They are super fun adventure books
right
about
here.
a kid who discovers,
There you
oh my
go.
gosh,
Look at
Bryce
that.
got it
Bryce
right
has it
there.
right here.
About a kid who discovers that his dad was like a famous cryptid catcher, and he starts following in his footsteps. They're so
Yeah,
fun.
they're
Yeah, I'm gonna
super
see her this
fun.
weekend up in
Great.
Oregon, so I'll go
Oh,
looking for Bigfoot on my
Yeah,
time
good
off.
great.
camping
Please
books too.
do.
Take them camping.
Yeah, thanks for having me, you guys.
Oh,
Always so much
Thank
fun.
you.
anytime. Thank you, Aaron. All right, everybody. Big Hairy Summer's just heating up, so don't forget to click that follow button on Spotify, Apple, or your favorite podcast app so you never miss a single episode of BCC this summer. And we want to hear from you, so rate and review, please, would you, while you're there. If you drop us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, we might read it on the show, like this one.
This is from Anjay_H, and the title is "Where is Riley's Photo?" Love this podcast and been listening for a couple of years now, but why is there no pic of the ultra-terrestrial Riley on the Apple Pod info page thingy? Also, thank you, Bryce, for Expedition Bigfoot. Love you too, Michael. XO. 5 stars.
Thank I
Hell
think
yeah.
you answered your own
I can-
question. He's an ultra terrestrial. There's no way to get a photo of him.
I can tell you the truth of that is that I brought that up many, many months ago, and they said, yeah, just send us a headshot. And I never did. So the reason that my photo is not up there is because I didn't do it. So
Science!
thank you for the reminder, and I'll
Yeah.
send it.
Basically,
over.
when you scroll down on the Apple Podcast app, you see photos of the host. Now, Bryce and I never send anything either. Sometimes Apple just pulls stuff off the internet. I think both of Bryce and mine are from random, like, red carpet things. I don't know.
Mhm.
So,
It's like, yeah, your headshots precede you, but you
yeah,
know.
I don't know. But we got to absolutely.
We'll get
it's
it
not
done.
our
We'll get it
fault, is
done.
what I'm trying to say.
Get that
It's-
headshot
maybe
over there,
Riley's.
Riley. We want to see your face on there.
If it's anyone's fault, it's mine. So
All right. Well, be sure to
Accountability
follow us
here on the
If you-
BCC.
see, there you go.
If you want to see pictures of Riley, follow us on Instagram at Bigfoot Collectors Club, and you can always check us out on TikTok at BCC Pod. If you're caught up on BCC, like Maxine soon will be, and you want more, there is more. Check out our Patreon, BCC The Other Side, where you can unlock 3 bonus episodes every month, plus our entire episode backlog over there. You can upgrade to the Cosmic tier and also unlock 3 additional BCC soundtracks by Riley. Huge hit, the Cosmic tier. It's all over at patreon.com/Bigfoot Collectors Club. Also, I was reminded recently you will gain access to the BCC Discord, which was mentioned by our dear friend Morgan. So, guys, what are you doing?
Hang with the listeners.
And that new t-shirt, guess what? You get 20% off with our secret discount. So this Patreon basically pays for itself, guys. You're missing out if you're not over on the other side. And I'll tell you who's not missing out. These following lovely folks. We're doing our Patreon shout-outs of the week. Get ready. Here we go. Bart Sullivan.
Thanks, Bart.
Darren Solier.
Thank you.
Tony Anderson, Cosmeteer.
Thank you, Tony. Welcome.
Steve Dutcher.
Thanks, Steve.
High Rates.
Thank you.
Crystal with a K.
Crystal. Thank you, Crystal.
Will Clements.
Oh, thank you.
Rebecca Lucas.
Thanks, Rebecca.
John Picard.
Thank you, John.
Jean-Luc Picard. Ben
Perhaps.
Jackson. Cosmeteer.
Thank you, Ben. Welcome.
Kayla Quivera.
Welcome, Kayla. Thank you.
Junkster.
Thank you.
It's like a person who
Cool
hangs
name.
out on Tatooine. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah,
he's
totally.
got his own droid shop. Ben Jackson, or their own droid shop, I
Right.
should say. I should not assume
There you go.
gender.
Very
Ben
good.
Jackson.
Thank you, Ben.
Christopher Polito, Cosmeteer.
Thank you. Welcome.
All right, everybody. If you didn't hear your name this time, we're slowly catching up. We're already in March, so there you go. We're catching up to some of these names.
It's
Don't
a good
forget
problem.
don't forget to come see us at RTX in Austin, July 7th through 9th. We'll be performing 10 a.m. on Sunday. Follow our Instagram for more information. Speaking of which, I'm on Instagram at McMills. Bryce, what do you got?
Yo, I'm on that Insta at Mr. Bryce Johnson, and I'm on that Twitter at Bryce O. Johnson. Hit me up.
And I'm Peace Drone on Instagram, and Michael is trying to ask me if I have shows after June 28th, and I don't know. Probably. Look it up. You can follow the name Tomy, or my Instagram, Peace Drone.
Yeah, follow the name Tomy, Tomy, Tom, as in
T-O-M-I.
Michael, I.
Yes, we
on,
did have problems on the tour of people looking up Toomey and getting like suitcases. So it's T-O-M-I.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Great.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tomy is totally something else. One
Something different.
big last thank you to Erinn Hayes. We're crossing over to the other side right now to discuss Pakistan's Bigfoot. So you want to join us over there. If we don't see you there this Friday, then we'll see you back here next Wednesday for an all new episode of BCC. Until then, good night.
And go get regressed.
Instead of like a smooth dog.
Yeah, like a hot red dog.
Bigfoot Collectors Club is executive produced by Michael McMillan, Riley Bray, and Bryce Johnson. Our show is engineered, produced, and scored by Riley Bray. Our theme song, Come Alone, is by Suneaters. Follow them on Spotify. Want more BCC? For exclusive full-length episodes every month and total access to the other side, check out patreon.com/Bigfoot Collectors Club.